Hello, everybody! Anime Reflux. This time we're watching Naruto.
You're
That's
not far off.
yes. Are.
Yeah.
It's actually more like we're watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
It feels like Yu Yu Hakusho. There's a reason for that because it's old.
Yeah.
I assume it's either made by the same guys, maybe, or it's like the same time
Not a
period.
chance.
Same
If it was
anime
made by the
studio,
same guys,
maybe. Might be the same anime studio.
because if it was written by the same guy that wrote Yu Yu Hakusho, then I'd be like, this is pretty great. Because I never look at Yu Yu Hakusho and feel like, oh, this is old.
Here's the thing. I am the only person that watched the dub, by the way. It's Flame of Recca is the show we're actually watching. The dub gave me a lot of memories of Yu Yu Hakusho just floating up in my mind as well. With the
Is it the
not
same voice?
quite great voice line choice and line read choice and stuff, but in a
fairness,
kind of endearing way.
That's back when they tried to match the words to the lips, right? They didn't actually edit lip flaps at all.
They still don't for the most part. But
Oh,
yeah, they just got better at cheating, like having, like, say, if a character is still talking while, you know, they've got their back to the camera, then you can just write in whatever you want, and you don't have to match lip flaps, and doing a lot more stuff like that, like letting the line run into shots like that, rather than just exactly matching it to while they're talking on screen.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very much that era of anime where, you know, you get some weird stuff and choices in how they want to write the lines and translate them, like Vegeta just agreeing with Krillin that the healing pods on the Frieza ship are Mondo cool and things like that. Yeah, it's that sort of. It's really silly, but kind of endearing. It's an ironically good dub, I guess, is the way I would put it. So,
I'm sorry, I had to unmute my mic. Were there any voices that were like actually abjectly terrible, or were they just kind of?
no, I think they were all pretty okay for the time period when they didn't really have good voice actors around for anime dubs. That wasn't a thing. So, it was, about standard for the time period.
Well, that's not too bad. That's
Yeah.
good.
I feel like the sound mixing was a little off, though. Like, protagonist guy's voice was unduly loud, but that's about all I can really say about it. Yeah,
As
got
far
a
as
little
the-
hot on the mic, kind of thing.
As far as the Japanese voices, it was kind of standard. Like, it didn't really stand out in any way.
Thing I am curious of: did they have a high pitched voice for the dude, the main dude?
Not like you'd think or you expect from that kind of protagonist character at this point. Like he didn't have a Goku or Naruto level high.
Oh, fair enough. Cool. So Naruto. It's okay. The very first opening scene with the narration of the history of the setting. It's very Naruto.
You heard Hokage checked out.
There was the Hokage thing. There was the woman running and carrying a baby. And then there was the doing all the hand seal things. And a portal opens. Space-time ninjutsu and shit. Yeah.
Here's the thing. To be fair, yes, they used Hokage, but they actually used what that word means. There was fire.
Yeah. Yeah. So that made a little more sense, but probably also inspired the whole Hokage thing in Naruto. Just a guess. I feel like Kishimoto probably watched this show as a kid.
I don't think that. Yeah, when did this come out?
This was 96.
Yeah,
He was an adult.
Kishimoto probably
Concept,
watched
so.
this show as a college student. Or equivalent. Yeah.
When did Naruto come out?
99.
Okay. I can kind of see that, maybe.
So yeah, there's a baby, and he's the hope and future of the Hokage clan. They're a clan this time, not a position, an elected official. Well, he's not
That
really
has
elected.
apparently been wiped out.
Yeah, in the Sengoku period, and removed from history because, yeah, there were basically two real major ninja clans in the Sengoku period, and they were the Iga and the something. So, I don't know why Ken's laughing at me.
Seriously?
It's Koga. The other one was Koga.
Koga, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why that was funny.
Oh, I thought you were being an ass on purpose.
No.
That's his wrestling name. Like,
Oh, right. Okay, that makes... Okay, yeah. I wasn't being an asshole. I just totally blanked on the name. Yeah. Funnily enough, the one that's actually used in a lot more media and, paid homage in things I forgot the name of. Go figure. Yeah, and then we're in modern day, and there's a rambunctious knucklehead avoiding a bully with smoke bombs and shit.
Hold on. You're glossing over this. That motherfucker ran through a concrete wall.
That's true, yeah. I was like, did he just... Oh, okay. Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
well, I mean, it's just common knowledge in anime. When you work construction, you gain superhuman strength. It's just standard process.
Yeah, it does happen a lot, doesn't it?
wish like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, outfoxes him by... I forget what the first thing was, but he runs into a tree, and then... Oh, it was just him doing fucking flips across an open lawn for basically no reason, and then climbing a tree.
He wasn't even flipping. He was spinning in a circle like a top.
Yeah.
They make it abundantly clear later on he's not good at this. He's just, weird.
Better than regular people.
Yeah.
Sorry, during this hardcore chase scene, I just need to practice my gymnastic routine a little bit. Hang on, just... Okay. Climbs into a tree, and Bully Dude punches the tree, and the ninja kid falls out of it. Recca, that's his name, it's in the title. He falls out of it, except he doesn't because it's a dummy, and he's flipped onto a wall instead. And then he throws smoke bombs and jumps into the smoke he could have just gone over the other side of the wall and be gone, but okay, he wanted to just kind of screw with him, I guess.
That wouldn't have stopped this dude from running through concrete walls.
That's a fair point.
Also, did you guys notice the smoke bomb directional? Like, they exploded and, like, blasted his face directly with smoke.
Yeah, that was a little weird. But yeah, so they just kind of run side by side for some reason for a little bit, and the bully drops into a pit trap that was apparently left there just in case.
I can justify both those things. First of all, they ran like that because Recca knew the pit was there. Second of all, the pit was there because Recca picked this place in the first place to do this shit. So,
all right, okay, yeah, sure. This is admittedly kind of ninja shit that Naruto stopped doing surprisingly quickly. Well, not that quickly, I suppose. It took like 80 episodes.
It pops up here and there, but for the most part, it's like it stopped after episode 5.
So, yeah, Bully Dude is trapped in a pit, and Recca drops a string of, I think, firecrackers or something on top of him.
yes, he does because he talks shit out ninjas, and Recca don't like that.
Yeah.
That's how people lose fingers.
Yeah.
So Recca goes home, and I'm trying to remember whether that was when there was the scene with the girl, with the kid.
He trained first. I think he was training.
Yeah, I've lost the thread on the order of events, but he sees a girl, and she's helping some kids through a park or something. She's responsible for them in some way. And one of them falls down, she's all comforting and stuff, and Recca's like, oh, and gets distracted, and then she's gone. He goes home, and his dad ate his lunch, apparently, which is weird because it's evening, but whatever. That might be a translation thing, a dub thing, I don't know. But yeah, he kicks his dad in the face. And then I don't really remember much, which is unfortunate because this part wasn't subbed.
His dad turns around, revealing that he's making fireworks while smoking a cigarette. So,
right, that was it. Yeah, he's like, don't smoke around the fireworks, you moron. And then the dad's like, oh yeah, I forgot, and then kicks Recca in the face in return. Also, you forgot who's in charge around here. So, yeah, that was a thing.
In the sub, it was just don't attack me so suddenly. I think that the dub works way better on that.
Yeah.
I don't know what he said in the sub because it wasn't subtitled.
Did you not see it on Go Anime?
No, I saw it. There were just the one I picked must not have been subbed all the way through or something. Like this dude said in the comments.
I thought Patient was going to say something because he unmuted. So, yeah, I think that's the end of that day, and then we get a villain scene. We get a villain scene with a dude who apparently wants to get the ninja secret of immortality. Okay. So he sends a flunky to find... I think it is explicitly Recca at this point. That they've been watching him, and that, yeah, it's ninja.
I believe they actually know who he is, or they heavily suspect, and this is the test, basically.
Yeah.
How do they figure this? The fucking ninja file? This kid likes ninjas, so he must be a ninja.
I mean,
he has an emblem on his arm. It might be kind of unique.
That and the constant backflipping, these smoke bombs, and the dummy.
That means nothing. Anyone could have done that, as evidence of the fact that he sucks later on, when it actually matters.
So, basically next day, I think I'm skipping a little bit over a scene where he's like in his room and he's like, I don't know about this ninja shit, but it's always called to me for some reason. And the next day, he sees some weird construction shit go completely wrong in really bad ways and is about to fall on some school kids. And the girl from before. So he does the hero thing and knocks him out of the way and gets smushed by rebar, it looked like. And yeah, that's some blood coming out of his head. It was unclear for a second until that happened that, yeah, he was totally really badly hurt.
Ouch town. Population you broke.
It is quite... it was a surprise to see it just transition so rapidly into showing real blood. I mean, typical shonen anime, you get basic injuries and you don't really see the blood spilling out in my experience.
This was the 90s when Dragon Ball had that shit in spades. Then the 2000s happened and they kind of put the kibosh on that whole thing. They decided, maybe not for kids. Yeah. So.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. I'm still not sure I agree with that. Like, yeah. Discussion for another day. But yeah, the girl runs over and someone's like, call an ambulance and stuff. And the girl holds his head and he's in this sort of like dream world inside his head where she's a princess and it's weird. He's like, oh.
He's just fantasizing about her and it's really weird. Yeah. It's
yeah. Oh, I'm honored by your care and touch, princess.
It honestly struck me as he was more delirious than fantasizing.
Yeah. Could have been.
I'll give you that one. Okay, that is
I'd
believable.
expect him to be delirious too if you just took an injury like that.
I suspect you to be dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you survived, I mean.
Yeah. But, you know, this is a show, fantasy, ninja shit. She probably is, like, descended from royalty or something. Anyway, in the real world, she's healing him. Just straight up. Just fixing his head wound. And he wakes up and he's like, oh, shit, why is everyone staring at me? I didn't do anything. What are you all staring at me for? And runs away. Which, okay. I mean, does he have that kind of reputation? I don't know. Anyway, he runs away and she chases him down and finds him in a park. And she's like, oh, you're still injured. And she fixes his hand. Had like a cut on it. And this is another scene that made me think, this seems familiar for some reason. And just thinking about how this is basically the DXD scene where they introduce Asya, and that's okay. This show might have been surprisingly influential. Go figure.
It certainly could be. I can see the parallel there.
But yeah, he's like, I want to thank you for helping me and saving me and stuff. Which she's like, no, it's fine. It's you saved me first, and no, I insist. And he drags her off by the hand.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I know I'm a complete stranger, but you saved my life, so let's go to this dark alleyway.
I was going to say that's very forward for Japan, but that's also very, unfortunately, probably common in Japan. Or at least at the time. So, yeah, he takes her to an abandoned warehouse kind of place. And he's like, yeah, my family makes fireworks, so I just thought I'd show you. And has like a bunch of fireworks between his fingers, which he keeps doing, which does look admittedly kind of cool when he just does that. It's like Copperfield shit. And he throws them into the air and, you know, fireworks. It's like, it's beautiful. And he's like, yeah, beautiful. Staring at her. And then villain shows up. Or possibly mentor shows up. It's not entirely clear.
Yeah, I thought maybe at first that was the one who sent him in the time.
Yeah, I kind of did too. Until they showed that scene again and reminded us that, yeah, that person didn't follow him through. They just kind of put him in the portal.
And if they're searching for ninja immortality, they're probably not immortal right now. So, yeah.
So, yeah, this person shows up and is like, yeah, you are the sole survivor of the Hokage clan, and they had the power to shoot fire from their hands. So, do that. Or a stabby stab. He's like, no. Also, not really having a clue what she's talking about, but also, no. So, she cuts him on the leg. And a girl whose name I really don't remember, despite having watched this only an hour ago, tries to heal him.
Girl. We don't know her name.
Healbot. She tries to heal him, but he tells her not to for some reason, presumably because they probably want that power, but it's not really gone into at all. It's not really explained.
And she's just some random girl before then. But if she displays that she has powers, they'll try and cap.
Probably, yeah. It's all inferral because we just don't. It doesn't tell us. So he tries to actually kind of drive her off with his ninja flips and shit, and smoke screens, and the empty cicada, which she is very surprised by when she just ends up stabbing his jacket.
That actually works. If he would have capitalized on that, he might have actually won that fight. It's the only time he ever actually fooled her.
He didn't because he sucked.
Because he sucks. Yeah.
They established that it's because his leg is injured that he can't move very well.
I prefer that he sucks. Narrative.
Okay, if you say so, but yeah. So I forget the order of events again, but she kicks his ass basically, and I think cuts him across the chest. And
she cuts his arm and then cuts his chest. Those are
Right.
the two wounds he actually has by the end of the...
Okay. And then while he's injured on the floor, the villain lady, which, by the way, want to point out, going by this and the opening animation, plenty of women in this show that kick ass, which, thumbs up, Kishimoto, why didn't you get that inspiration instead? But, whatever. So, she's like, hey, you seem to care about this girl. Unfortunate. I'm gonna stabby stab. Unless you do the flamey thing. No?
No,
Okay, stabby stab.
actually, this doesn't happen yet. The girl stands up in front of him when he's injured on the ground.
Right.
Oh, absolutely right. I forgot about that bit. She's like, hey, he's really injured, so maybe if you could not, please? Which...
I was actually almost disappointed because from the camera angle and the amount and angle of the stab, it looks like she just gets cut straight diagonally in half, and it's just like a little cut on her arm. I was just...
Yeah, I honestly
more
thought she got
violence.
her throat slit from that angle, but yeah. So she gets cut down literally because it knocks her over for some reason. And
makes
then
her pass out. Little cut on the arm.
And then she's leaning on Recca, and she's like, I'm sorry I'm such a burden. You could have gotten away. No, he fucking couldn't. At least that part I kind of agree with Ken. He got cut before he was even doing anything.
Could have successfully began running away.
I guess. But yeah. And she ends up healing him while she's unconscious, and his leg gets fixed. I think the fight continues then, or something, and she still kicks his ass, admittedly. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to stab the girl again, because you're not doing the thing I want you to do, so none of this matters. Either you do the thing or you don't. I'll fucking stab. And he's like, no, and shoots the fire from his hands, and... she just kind of takes it and is like, ha, if that's all you can do with the fiery thing, you're kind of shit. Okay. Hey, do this incredible thing, this incredible power that no one else has. Oh, is that all you can do with it? Fuck you. Okay. Miss unsatisfied by anything.
I'm just really, really hoping rather soon in the series to see her taken down a few.
She just did that.
Yeah, it is kind of the haughty evil thing, and they're doing it quite well where, you know, the arrogance is played up in a way that makes sense for them to be arrogant, which is always nice to see. It's actually a pretty well put together show so far, I'm not going to lie.
When you factor in the fact that it's from the mid 90s, it's actually really good.
Yeah. So Healbot can't heal herself because reasons. That's often how it works. But So they just kind of leave, and that's pretty much it for the episode.
Yeah, that's about accurate. Yeah, I think that's where it stops. They leave and it fades off in the sunset or whatever. Yeah, and then I think it very short credit scene, and then it does the next time on whatever, and then a full credit scene.
And of course, there's the part where after she wakes up, he said, "I'm going to be your ninja. You'll be the princess."
Right.
Basically.
Yes. And yeah, the dub translates that to "I'm going to be your personal ninja." Okay, that.
What does that mean? You gonna steal shit from me, bro? You gonna kill people on command? What is this? What does this mean to me?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe he's projecting his lifestyle onto her.
A little bit.
How offensive. And kind of sad and creepy.
I feel like this is the kind of Chuny that people legitimately insult, and that's kind of okay. That's fine. Just okay. Come on, dude. Your LARPing is cute, but tone it down a notch. Yeah.
It's like, wear this princess outfit. I need this.
I like this show. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty fucking solid. Like, the animation's old, obviously, and that can be distracting sometimes, but even for that, it's actually pretty good.
It wasn't like a long-running shonen anime, obviously, but like, wasn't this one pretty popular?
I've heard it before. I've never knew anything about it, but I've heard the name before.
I'm gonna do a quick wiki search.
It does sound vague now that I think of it. But from what little I've looked up about the show, it seems like it was following a trend that is depressingly popular in that the anime storyline differs dramatically from the manga. Curiously, apparently, Recca fell for the healing in the manga after she healed a stray puppy that was her.
As opposed to leading a bunch of school children, basically, and being maternal.
Yeah, sorry, that's just even closer to the whole Asiya comparison. Yeah, okay.
And going off of a few notes I've seen, it looks like the anime cuts off before the end of the manga, or else goes in a different direction entirely. I really, really hate when they do stuff like that. I mean, what they do isn't bad necessarily, but when contrasted with what was, it can be seen as bad.
Yeah, I think from context, I'm guessing they were trying to do a Dragon Ball with it, and it just kind of didn't land as well, and so it got cancelled. It happens. Like,
also,
there's not much you can do about it.
This is before filler arcs were a thing, so there was always a chance that
it's
the
not.
anime would
Do you
outpace
not
the manga.
remember Dragon Ball Z?
When did this show come out?
96. Dragon Ball Z was well into its production by then. I think it was in the Cell Saga even.
Yeah, when it comes to anime and manga, there's a delicate balance there, because when a manga gets popular, it's not generally very long either. They have to capitalize on that to gain popularity for the anime, but then it doesn't have a lot of manga to actually use, so it can, if it goes too fast, it'll have to split off.
Oh my god. Yeah, apparently Dragon Ball Z was first published in 89.
Damn. It's older than I am.
Yeah, the context of that from the American point of view is very skewed because they didn't get it until quite a bit later. But yeah, this seemed like it was pretty popular, but it also ran to 2002, 3 years after Naruto began, and I feel like that might have been...
It what?
Yeah.
Oh. When did Naruto's anime start? I don't know why I care about this. I don't know.
Sorry,
why I
the
remember
manga ran from 95 to 2002. I don't know when the anime ran till.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that might have been a death knell for the manga at least.
The manga started in September of '99, and the anime started in October of 2002.
Yeah. All right then.
But the show was popular enough to get a game adaptation, so that's So yeah, pretty popular, but not massively so. Not a Naruto kind of thing. Well, aside from, okay, not a big three kind of thing, but it was pretty popular.
God, that game is probably trash.
Probably. I mean, it's a
There was
fucking
a lot of
anime
those.
adaptation game. Are you kidding me?
A lot of those anime adaptations were very cookie cutter. They were just basic. So yeah, it's probably not good.
Yeah. Still, the
What
show
do
is
they
pretty
come
decent. I like it, and I recommend watching the dub for the cheese factor.
I would second that. Yeah, I mean it was enjoyable.
It didn't offend me.
That's saying a lot, considering a lot of the anime we've seen.
The first episode didn't hook me. I mean, I liked it all right. I like the introduction. I like where it's, but I'm not overly eager to see the rest of the story. So
It looks kind of like a Naruto by other means, and that's kind of interesting in its own right. I don't know whether it gets to Naruto's level of bullshit ninja magic, but if it doesn't, I would recommend it 1,000 times more just for what might have been kind of thing.
fair enough.
I think it probably would, but it doesn't. It wouldn't be focused around one ability like Naruto was.
When you put it that way, it does seem like it would be more interesting for comparing and contrasting.
Yeah. All right, so we should roll up.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, The Offspring.
Shut up. All right.
I caught that. I'm just sandbagging it.
22.
22. That's is that double?
13,
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I lost count. Fuck. Numbers and letters, they're terrible.
Count backwards.
Okay, 26 is numbers, 25 Z, 24 X, 23 W, 22 is V.
You missed Y, Casey.
Right, okay. Shut up! I'm not good at this.
So it's W, okay? Can we
It's
just
like
end
code
this?
breaking
It's
and
W?
shit. I got nothing.
Why did you add numbers after Z?
Y.
Because that makes it easier to count from the beginning. We don't come up with this a lot. So okay.
Is it W? Let's do W.
I think it's W.
Just go with W. Fuck it.
It's W. 20, 29. 29.
21.
No, 29.
29.
How could you get that number wrong, Kenji? It's ridiculous.
I didn't say anything about you getting the number wrong. I just wanted to be done with that phase of my life.
Okay. What about
Words to my mouth. All right. 29, we get. Ooh. 13.
13? This could go either way. The winner this week is simply called Whistle.
I don't
Simply
like
called
it.
what? Sorry.
Whistle. Seems risky.
Soccer.
No,
Damn it.
That is. It looks full length, so
Let's find out.
Kazumatsuri Sho's dream has always been to become a professional soccer player, but he has one problem. He's not very good at the game. He was accepted to the prestigious Musashi no Mori Junior High, known for its top-rate soccer team, presumably on his academics, but he was never able to rise beyond the rank of third stringer. third string for a soccer team is bad. It's like real. You get 3 substitutions in a match. Third string is fucking nothing. After transferring to Sakura Josui Junior High, he can finally play soccer, and with the support of his new friends and teammates, his strong determination, and lots of hard work, his soccer skills are developing rapidly and setting Sho well on his way to achieving his dream.
Where he'll probably end up playing his old school and proving that he doesn't suck.
Yeah.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Can we? We have 4.
I don't see a reason to. I can be persuaded.
I mean,
really feel that strongly about it.
I don't know. I think it's all right. It's just another sports anime.
That's kind of my issue.
I am open to being surprised because I actually haven't seen many sports anime because I don't care about watching sports. So, who knows?
Okay.
I'd put in my vote for a veto, but it seems...
Yeah, we got 2 on, 2 off, so it's not happening.
I said I can be persuaded. Convince me.
Can Slicer be persuaded, though? Because if it's not worth the effort.
Yeah, that was probably not, so... Okay, so we're doing a sports anime, and we get our vetoes back in a month, just to remind you.
Yes, and that will be wonderful. I need to get Blush more regularly on these shows. She's got 1 month left to use that veto of hers.
I think she can stockpile them.
Casey?
Sure, why not?
All right, then. Yeah, it's rare enough that we get to use them. This year, they were all gone. How quickly were they all?
Listen, if you can go a year without using one, then you deserve to keep.
Fair.
As far as I'm concerned.
I think it was about 6 months in that we all kind of spent them. It wasn't that quick. Like, God, last year it was like all of them went in one go or something.
I remember, I'm pretty sure I vetoed something and...
Oh, yes, I recall that precisely. We got Queen's Blade and Blush vetoed that. Then we got Legend of the Galactic Heroes and Kenshi did that.
God, yes, I vetoed that.
Then we got Agent Aika and Casey vetoed that. And then we got The Legend of Zelda and we had no vetoes left.
That was this year? Oh, that was
started this year.
I'm pretty sure that was this year, but that's how it went.
I almost feel like we've been doing the show for too long, but no, this is pretty great. I love doing this show. I don't even check whether people watch it because I don't want to know because I want to keep doing it. So
it doesn't matter at this point.
It is.
I've accepted that I just enjoy doing it.
These shows just broadening our horizons a bit. I can't.
Without...
What was that?
Sorry.
I can't think of very many shows that I've become crazily interested in thanks to this podcast, but there are some, so I'm glad of it.
I mean, how many new random anime do you just dumpster dive without this show prompting you to do it?
Great term for what we do.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Anime Reflux. That was Flame of Recca. It's pretty good. Give it a shot. Like, legit, it's pretty good.
Solid 7 or an 8, I'd say.
Yeah. So, next week we're doing... What was... Shaka...
Whistle.
I know things. Shut up. So... Yeah, we're doing Whistle next week. It's going to be a soccer anime. It's going to be pretty boring. Because soccer is boring, and sports anime that are so cookie-cutter, like a fucking... We're going to get a fucking slow clap in this fucking episode, I bet.
You like Prince of Tennis. I don't want to hear that shit.
Casey, a quick question. Don't you call it football?
Bye, everybody. Yeah.